What's up, guys? Welcome to the NR Motorsports YouTube channel, and today we're going to be working on the e46. I'm working on some emissions issues. I'm going to just let this thing idle for a little bit because it's got to run through all 8 monitors, and here in Connecticut we have to have 7. You're only allowed 1 not ready. So I'm trying to just put miles on this thing, get this thing idling, whatever the monitors are. It said to drive it like 300 miles and hopefully all the stuff goes through. But I drove it. I did 15 miles yesterday. I'm going to probably do another 15 miles today. And then the big thing on this thing today is I want to start trying to fit the body panels on this thing, and we're definitely going to get the Big Country Labs wing on. So I'm going to take this thing for a quick drive, get this thing around and put some miles on it, see if the check engine light stays off, and then we're going to come back and install this wing. All right, guys, we just went out, put another like 15 miles on it. It still only has 3 out of the 8 monitors going, so I'm letting it idle. It said one of the things for like the cats or something, it's got to heat up for the O2 sensors or something, so I'm going to let it idle while I'm installing this. We have the wing right here. Let me get all this stuff unpackaged here, and then we'll see what's in the pack here. All right, guys, so first off I want to show you something cool that was in there. So they included these pins. I'm not sure, it's because I actually contacted them and got in touch with them, or if they put these in every single one, but it came with the hardware kit. So it was super cool to have these and put these on the ceiling in the car. But here's the wing itself. As you can see, it's upside down, but it's definitely wider than the car, but it's going to fit perfectly when we do the wide body on this. We have the mounting brackets to the trunk. You have the side end plates. I just got the regular ones, and then these are the adjustable plates that go on here, so you can adjust the angle of this. And then with the height of it, we went with the FD cutout version. So I didn't want it to be like super crazy high, and when I was looking at like pictures with this wing on it, I liked how with the FD setup it almost sat level with the roof line. And the only difference between this one and the bigger one, I think it was like 1 more inch. So super excited with this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble this whole entire thing, sit it on there so I can see where we're going to put our holes, and then we'll get ready to drill a bunch of holes in this trunk. What's up, guys? So in the next clip you're going to hear me talk about the hardware on this, and this was totally my fault. You're not supposed to use a drill on these things, and it's a special stainless steel hardware that you need to make sure you oil it, otherwise it'll fuck up the threads on it, everything. But I talked to them afterwards, they explained what it was, and they had a whole new set of hardware sent out to me for free. So big shout out to Big Country Labs. Love the wing, and definitely make sure you install the stuff properly. I lost the instructions, so it was all my fault. All right, guys, so I think the time lapse ended at somewhere because the battery died, but this was a little bit more difficult than I actually thought it would be. The install and what it looks like is fucking awesome, so you can see right there. But one big thing I have a problem with is this is a almost $1,000 wing shipped, and the hardware on this, like it looks cool and all, but almost every single piece of hardware, like you can see that this isn't even tight because this stripped out as it was going in. Over here, so when I was test fitting it, I put these on the wrong side. I had these facing out and they needed to face in so they can fit in here correctly. And when I went to go pull out half the hardware, it all stripped out. Same thing on this side. You see I used a regular bolt here. When I pulled this one out, this one stripped out. The hardware that comes with this is kind of trash, I'm not gonna lie. I really like the way that everything fits. And then same thing, when this hardware piece went in right here, you can see this gap. It messed up the nut that's inside here, so I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of fix, because at this point I'm not even gonna be able to take this off, because this went in, stripped, and then broke the nut off on the inside. So right now it's sturdy as can be. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's shaking the whole car as I'm holding it. But again, hardware is fucking trash on this thing, completely trash. It looks cool, but it's garbage. It shouldn't do this. I can't tighten this because this stripped out. I can't tighten this because that stripped out, and it's just, that's dumb. And like, honestly, for $1,000 kit, like, it should have decent hardware, but this hardware was garbage. Other than that, love the way that it looks, how it's sitting, how it is, but I'm definitely just gonna pull all that hardware out and just put regular nuts and bolts, because honestly, I really don't care what it looks like. It's gonna be a drift car, and I'm probably gonna paint everything, either that or maybe get some like black bolts so you don't notice it as well. But definitely gonna figure out what the pitch thread is on all that stuff. I'm gonna send an email to the guy at Big Country Labs and see what he says. But it's honestly a little bit disappointing with that hardware. But other than that, shit looks cool as fuck. Super excited. Thought I was gonna be able to get the wide body mounted on today, but that doesn't seem like it's gonna happen today. So we got one thing done, and we're gonna probably work on that the next nice day, which, let me check the weather right now. Let me see what we're looking at here. So looks like Friday. So yeah, maybe Friday afternoon we'll work on this, and then definitely on Sunday it looks like it's gonna be nice too. Saturday it's supposed to rain, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's it on this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and there's going to be a bunch more stuff to come, because we have long tube headers, we have the angle kit, we have the coilovers there, the M3 front bumper, M3 hood, the wide bodies right down there, and then as you guys know, we got the spare motor and the 5-speed swap. And I took everything out of the car when we pulled the 5-speed swap. So drive shaft, clutch, tranny, starter, pedals, even took the clutch master cylinder and slave cylinder. Probably going to change those just as a precaution. The clutch still has a shit ton of meat on it, so I'm not going to touch that. I'm just going to run with it, and then once that blows, we'll put a better one in it. But we're only pushing stock horsepower, and probably going to run this with 65 pounds of pressure, 60 pounds of pressure in the tires, just so it spins a little bit easier. But yeah, let me just do a quick walk around for you guys. All right, dudes, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.